Hello, Reds. Welcome to Anfield Road TV. What a result that was. I'm joined by Niall, Nigel, and obviously Kev jumping in there. Fellas and ladies, anyone watching or wherever you are watching around the globe, what a win that was then. Madness game, crazy game. Worldies going in, left, right, and centre. Trent getting those new Predator boots, turn him into a little Steven Gerrard. Niall, we'll go straight to you, mate. Hope you've had a good week. Where did you watch the game? And it's a bit of a mad one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was watching the game here at home because this weekend I was requested to decorate the house, the outside and inside. So I felt like Clark Griswold in the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I spent most of my weekend up a ladder with toy wraps and clips and all sorts of stuff. So glad no problems, no accidents, all good, and everything lit up straight away. So not too bad. Spoiled, I love the jumper. Love the jumper.
Cheers,
getting into the season.
Yeah, move the mic.
Nice, nice.
Kev, I hope you've got us free. That lads, that. How much was that? £100.
I have this about 5 years now, man. So yeah, but it was it was near enough to £100 at the time. You probably get it for about £60 now, but
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Marco Silva, ex-Toffee, thinking he was going to rock up to Anfield and show the Kings of 4 trees how it's done. I do not think so. But yeah, overall, good result. Horrific performance, but we'll take it. 3 points is all that matters at the moment, you know.
Yeah, 100%, mate, 100%. Kev, have you been celebrating Christmas? Chat, let us know. If you listen on the repeat, hope you've all had a good start to your December anyway.
Look, this jumper comes out, right? Every Christmas. Well, the last time this jumper came out, I'll be honest with you, was the season that we went unbeaten for the whole of December.
Oh. So
that was the last time that this jumper came out. So I don't want to jinx it. I really don't want to jinx it. But this is the last time that this came out. So when we had that phenomenal run around Christmas that time, and I haven't worn it the last couple of years, mainly due to the pandemic being around and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't have it on. So I think I wore it for like a day last year, and that was about it. We won, and that was it. But this year, it's the Christmas jumpers out. It's back. It's gonna
even you're dropping points, Kev. Could be.
That's what I'm loving, man. That's what I was sitting there and I was kind of, I like you see me leaving a voice message in one of the chats that we were doing, a couple of the chats, and I said, I keep saying, I said on this channel, Jack, I don't know how many times, I said City's second half of the game are non-existent almost. They just think that they can coast and get through the game. Do you know what? They've been a little bit at fault for being similar to us in a way. Too relaxed, because I think that's what that game was about today. I think we another game where we thought we'd turn up and just walk all over the team and just play the 5-a-side kind of training match. Pretty much, that's what it was like for me today. And I don't think that the fact that we played bad. I just don't think. I don't think there was enough effort made to get into the positions quick enough to pass the ball through or to make. Because if these lads stepped up in extra gear and stepped into the positions quicker, Nunes is on the ball every single time. Salah's on the ball every single time. But the fact is that the midfield was a bit crap. They were just a bit, laid back, just a small bit. But
one of them. Kev, I'll ask those previews and chat. Kev, I'm not one to speak about here because you've all seen my ban. It's not the best. Darwin Nunes looking like Goldilocks or something. I don't know.
As a purveyor of the Viking braids, that is not a Viking braid, I'm afraid, Darwin. So when you split it and go like that, that's a bit too Goldilocks or Pippi Longstocking, for my liking. So it's
like Laura Ingalls running down the hill.
You have to go like this. Look, the full rolls all the way back, man, and then into the braid at the back. I mean, you're laughing then. But you look, if you want tips, Darwin, come to me, and then I'll pass you on to my wife because she's the one that does it for me.
How's this?
Spider. He's a bit Uruguayan, isn't he? For that,
he's a little bit Uruguayan, yeah.
Like I said, it looked a bit Laura Ingalls running down the hill in Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, it was, but more than likely, I thought this blonde fella was going to get off his ship and ask him to marry him. We thought he was Pocahontas. You know what I
mean? Lord of the Rings.
We'll all be offering to marry Darwin if he helps us.
Lord of the Flies, more like.
Yeah, true. chat as well. Do get your comments in. As I said, if you are watching on the VP, do always get involved with us and the lads. The links to all the lads' socials and their channel links are in the description. So I do implore, please do. Takes 2 seconds. Drop out. So show them your support as well. These 3 lads do show a lot of us, like every single one of you. Really do appreciate it. I enjoy doing pods, these 3, and a lot of you out there as well. So if you want to jump on, you're very welcome to. Just drop us a message on socials, and yeah, we'll send you the link. But Andrew, get straight into your chats live comments anyway. Andrew saying, game of the season by far, almost another thing, guys. That's the loudest I've heard Anfield all season. That last goal by Trent, the crowd was like being at a WrestleMania pay-per-view electric. Yeah, it was. Andrew, you're spot on there, mate. Obviously, I didn't go to the game, but from what I could listen on the telly and obviously listen to the commentary, Andrew, you're spot on. That the bitterness in terms of the cold in Anfield. I don't know wherever you are watching around the world. It's been absolutely freezing on Merseyside, -5 or whatnot anyway. And it's one of them. Us 4 have spoke about it when we spoke to you over the last 12 months. It's one of them. I've said my piece. We've all said our piece on the atmosphere currently at Anfield. But I think that coincides with what Kev alluded to before, the mentality of, like we did against Luton a couple of weeks ago, everyone arrives at Anfield, not just the players, but the fans, all of us. Even those watching around the world were like, oh, it's Fulham. It's a comfortable 3-0. But we know the Premier League is as vicious as it is. It's never as easy as that. But Nigel, I hope you've had a good start to your December, mate. And yeah, it was a very good start, a crazy game, but there's plenty of us. We'll go through Endo's goals, we'll go through Trent, we'll go through anything that you want to speak about, mate. Just let us know. Huh? And how you started your December, lads, first and foremost?
6 points. No, 2 wins, that'll do me. I just like to. There was a couple of people talking there today, and I don't want to harp on this thing at all, but everyone was saying, "Oh, Trent did great. Trent was brilliant, attacking in an attacking sense, absolutely fabulous." But sooner or later, he's going to have to move full time into midfield.
Yeah,
we're getting cut down that right hand side every time. And I was listening to an analysis earlier on, and it said on the analysis, Trent, for their second goal, I think, he was coming across, and he went cross into the middle and told Matip to come out to right back. What's that? Trent is supposed to be playing right back, and Matip is supposed to be playing centre back. Why are they doing switching across? And somebody actually said it as well. Yeah.
It's one of them, though, Nigel, isn't it? Like, in terms of, we spoke over last year, mate, that when we all anticipated this change of system, we seen at the back end of last season that there was fundamentally going to be Trent put in midfield. Jones played a bit more higher up the pitch, playing extremely well. And there was a lot of interchanging, Nigel. But what do you think that will hinder Liverpool come what the end of May? Obviously, we haven't got a crystal ball, but what I like the most, I know we've conceded 3 today, but we are winning, and we can all see the what we want to try and do. But it's a great point you've raised there, mate, in terms of, I think, long term, and we've all said this, like every Liverpool fan's got different range and views, and hence on the channel. I don't think Trent, and well, I've been on record a couple of weeks ago, I said, just keep Trent at right back, keep him doing what he can do best. When the midfield functions as it does in terms of the energy, the pressing, the running, the midfield does its own job, but it would allow Trent to very much overlap, bomb on, score screamers like he did today. But how would you analyse Trent's game, not just this today, Nigel, but in terms of the weeks to come? Do you anticipate a bit more defensive solidity behind him or in and around him?
No, not if he's going to keep getting caught between. The thing I want most from our team in a defensive capacity is shape. Our shape is lending a bonus to the opposition when they attack us, because we're getting caught with guys pushing up and someone not filling in then. So I'd rather have, if we're going to move Trent, move him, put him in midfield. put Joe Gomez right back. Joe Gomez has come along again and been playing really, really well. Like a lot, I did it myself. Wrote him off when he was having a bit of a bad time there last year, and even some of this year. But he's playing really well again, and came on and was solid again today. Apart from a little bit maybe for their third goal, but that was down to that was down to midfield as well, being a bit lax. Our midfield after that, when Endo was on and when Gakpo was on, we looked a hell of a lot more solid.
Yeah.
Endo was great.
Niall, I go to you, mate, on terms of what Nigel said. Spot on there, Nigel, mate. Chat, let us know the functionality of Liverpool's midfield currently. I think on paper, I think a lot of Liverpool fans would say that is our strongest midfield. If all three of them are firing, but when they're not firing, it's about. We'll get on to Endo, and Gakpo has played in that midfield role already this season, mate. Dominic Szoboszlai, it's 2 back-to-back games where that he's had a solid 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 game, but it's one of them really where you're scratching your head and you're like, I personally, I'm just speaking for my own, I want to be seeing a lot more from him, because I think for the player and the quality that he does possess, I think he can grab games by the scruff of the neck. And he had a very good game today, but I just want to be seeing a lot more. I don't think we bought him just to be that athletic midfielder up and down the pitch. I think I want to be seeing a little bit more creativity, a bit more control and direction from him, mate. I don't know how you feel, and just your thoughts on the midfield today.
Yeah, I think with Dominic, I think he couldn't keep up the level that he was at that he started with in the Prem. I think there was naturally going to be a drop off at some stage. Now, if that drop off is you're dropping from a 9 down to a 7 or an 8 down to a 6, we can kind of live with that. He's not dropping off the face of the planet basically from an 8 to a 3 or something like that. But I think he's probably going through one of those periods where he's trying to figure out where he kind of fits in again, because he's hit the ground running so good. I think with Trent, as Nigel said there as well, I think what happens was I think the gaffer put Joe on today to release Trent into midfield. And then I think what happened today was it just became so haphazard that we just totally lost our shape. Even first half, you could see we had no shape or formation at all. There was just players popping up here, there and everywhere. Darwin was everywhere. And then you look when Joe Gomez came on in second half and stuff like that. I thought he was going to slip into the right back role and release Trent into midfield full time, basically, if you want to go and attack and chase the game. But all of a sudden, Joe was attacking as well. So we're kind of getting a midfield at the moment where we're kind of trying to crowbar Alexis into a 6. He's not a 6, clearly not a 6. His natural instinct is to go and attack. What a goal today as well. Unbelievable goal. Yeah. Take that, Garnacho. It's just one of those things where you have to look at it and go, sometimes we just get these crazy games where we go out with a plan, something goes wrong in the plan, and suddenly our shape is all over the place. I even said it when I was watching today with the young lad Ben and all. I said, what are we actually playing here? What's the formation? Where are people and all?
Heavy metal football, Niall?
Yeah, but it wasn't even heavy metal football as far as we were going.
On the nines, just go down and kick them.
Yeah. I just think it was just kind of, it was kind of like it was, and then kind of we got a bit comfortable, and then we got uncomfortable, and then we got comfortable again, and then we got uncomfortable again, and people were just kind of a bit all over the place, and I think it's just one of those games, but I fully agree with the lads and all about Trent. I think Klopp is going to have to make a decision, and I think he's going to have to make a decision on Endo as well at this stage. You know, I mean, I don't think this boy can do any more than he's doing to look at getting a start in a game or something like that as the 6. I think Nigel's right. I think when we put players into their positions, we look a lot more solid and stuff like that. But it's a difficult one as well, because you had Gravenberch today as well, who really didn't really hit his straps. He was kind of a little, but I think what it was is there was 4 or 5 key players today that just didn't, hit what they wanted to hit, and it was just marginally off as well. Some of the movement was still brilliant, and it just in that last moment, we still seem to be a little bit allergic to shooting around the 18-yard line and stuff like that and pulling the trigger. I wish we would, and especially with Bert Leno picking up that kind of injury and he was a little bit off and stuff like that. we should have been banging balls in there. How many times did we have the ball on the edge of the area and it just broke down because we didn't pull the trigger or make a decision and stuff like that? But I just think a number of things today were slightly off. It was a relief getting out of there with the points. 4-3, very excitement for the neutrals and for everyone involved. But I just think I was looking at some of the substitutions as well, and I was going, he's taking off Alexis, he's taking off Dominic, he's bringing on Joe Gomez, he's bringing on Cody, he's bringing on Endo.
I think we all done it, lad. It was like, oh.
And it was like, I was going, what the hell? And I have to say that Endo goal was as good a team goal as you're going to see. Ball into Darwin, cushion header down to Salah, laid off the Endo, bang, top corner. Like, that's as good a team goal and build up as you'd wish for. And I'm sure Pep Linders and Klopp will be reviewing that and going, that's really nice.
Do we shoot enough from? Yeah, do we shoot enough from range, mate? For me, we don't.
No,
how many podcasts have we all done? Like how many times do we get to the edge of the box? Luton game, for example, we're literally pissing about with it on the edge of the penalty. It's like, boys.
And look how many fellas in the team can take a strike from distance. No.
Absolutely.
It just goes to show you. I mean, McAllister can hit him, Endo can hit him, Sebastian can hit him, Trent can hit him. You know, we know Gakpo can hit him. We know that Gravenberg is capable of a strike from that distance. We know Diaz can whip it across. We know Nunes can whip it across. Salah can hit it from outside the box. So many. Like, we need to take more shots outside the box and stop the tiki-taka stuff. You know, let the lads run in and create chaos in the box and drag the defenders back and then just open up for a strike. You know,
and especially now in the current climate, because weather's freezing, so goalkeepers are freezing. You know what I mean? So absolutely smashing. Especially, we're so good at cutting in and getting in between both sticks, and we just don't let fly. You know what I mean? And it's mad. Then when we're out wide, we start letting fly when it's a much more difficult option and stuff like that. But I don't know. Sometimes that's just a little bit frustrating for me. A number of times today, picking up the ball and it just broke down by just trying to do intricate little, just trying to overthink things too much, and no one just taking responsibility and go, listen, pull the trigger. You know, because I think we'll score a lot more goals if we start pulling the trigger. It's freezing cold out there, as you guys said. And keepers are standing around and stuff like that and all. And it's now is the time to be doing it, you know.
Shoot on range, boys. I'll get to. I was trying to think. When was the last time we scored that many good goals, Kev? Nigel's alluded to the worldie for McAllister. Like, that is... You look... Football fans are very fortunate. All of us are very fortunate to see one this season.
I think Suarez against Norwich.
Oh, yeah, but he's majestic. It nutmeg and mermaid him, as we know.
Yeah, I know, but like, all the strikes, the different one, the one that lobs over, the one that was the free kick, the one that was that. That's the last time I've seen that many worldies in one game for Liverpool. And
the seven against United.
Yeah, they were all beautiful as well, I suppose. But I'm talking like long range worldies, sitting down, free kicks, all this kind of. Those were team goals, and they destroyed them. The same with the 5-0 as well. They destroyed them. So I seen a lovely joke yesterday about somebody saying that they were saying Liverpool 1500 kickoff against United, and said, Jesus Christ, they're leaving the score out already, and the Liverpool United game before, and it was just a joke on it being 3:00. You know, so look, it's the banter's all there, lads. It's ready to go. I'm ready for them. I'm ready for everybody. You know, I'm just saying, go to Sheffield now and turn over that goal difference. There's only 2 goals behind City. Go to Sheffield and Wednesday night, pummel. If Burnley are scoring 5 against Sheffield and scoring in the first 17 seconds, you know,
that's going to be the test of nerve, though, Kev, for all of us.
Shoot, as you said, Jack. Well, shoot on sight.
Well, remember the Ginny goal that we scored past them a couple of seasons ago? That was a dross game, but it was one of them where was it Ramsdale put it in the back, sat on the ball and put it in his own net?
No, it was the Man United guy on loan, Henderson.
And we're still on look, so you can see some of the lads are still on a hangover from international duty. Like Sebastian looks like he's still a bit tired. He's been taking too many shots still, I think, we're hungry. And I don't mean of the football kind. Before coming back, he had a few in the stands, I think. And you know, some of the other lads, a lot of travelling going on. They're going to feel it. I mean, Allison said his legs were gone from him when he came back, and you know, it's just it's a hard fought game. It's good that Kelleher gets a run in. Kelleher's fantastic. I think he's a great goalkeeper. He was a little bit Mignolet for me today.
But yeah, was probably best place.
It was too Mignolet-esque for me. He can save the shots going across the goal. Anything near post, and it was a bit fumbly, or anything near close to him, he couldn't get his legs out from underneath him and get it done. So look, it's a packed Anfield. which he'll play in Europe and he'll play in all of these games. There's a packed Anfield in the Premier League. It's higher. I think it's higher pressure from him than it would be in the Europa League or the Champions League. To be honest with you, I think if he did a bit more,
the offside,
he did well though. He did okay.
The offside save, full stretch, was a great save.
Yeah.
That was an excellent save. The one from then Ream put it in, remember? But that was a cracking save. First of all, to hammer it out. Awesome.
Yeah, it's one of them boys. I think we've done shows in the past about speaking about them. It's high pressure environment for anyone really playing for Liverpool. I think whether you're 16 or 30 years old or whatnot, everyone's anticipating you to come in and be one of the best players in the world. But it's all a learning curve. I think
just goes to show. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, it just goes to show you that, like, imagine if that. I don't know if you know too much about that, but imagine if that transfer went through for Walker in the summer. Because they were actually in talks to Kyle Walker because he wanted to leave City, and Pep stopped the move from happening. So to Liverpool,
what
he wanted to leave, he wanted to leave and he wanted to come, and Pep wanted to bring in somebody else. It's a weird one, man. But I'm sitting down with the lads today talking to them about it.
He was linked to Bayern. I think he was
linked to Bayern. Bayern was the one that was there, but we actually went in for. Imagine if we did pull it off though, on the Bayern. But there was an inquiry made. I wouldn't. I know, but I know that. But like, if you're somebody like him running up the wing, for me, I would have gone for somebody else. But I mean, that's a weird one, isn't it?
Liverpool should have went for.
He doesn't pass the no dickhead rule. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Kyle Walker doesn't pass the no dickhead rule.
Very true. But I'm just, what I'm looking at today is Trent, brilliant going forward. What about that right side opened us up completely today? In some of the goals, like big time. The Trent left the run for the first goal, which should have been covered off, and it should have been Matip in there, but Matip was too busy being out in the right back position. And then it was the same again for somebody undercutting, and the next, even the small little poking in the side, that was horrible. That was one of the worst goals I've ever seen conceded in a Liverpool game. Is when they equalised for the second time. It was ridiculous.
We seem to have gone down the road of giving too much space out there in that final third, didn't they? In our defensive third, we've seen it last week as well. The amount of space we were affording Foden and Doku and all, we were dropping right off them, giving them so much space to operate them. We've seen it again today. The amount of space we gave them. Just again, I think it's just a lack of formation, and it's a lack of a little bit of a lack of accountability and stuff like that. And all, I suppose on the Quavian thing, just don't remember, folks, as well. We could potentially see Karius going in nets for Newcastle the way things are going. Thanks for small mercies, let's say.
The thing about Kelleher is as well as he's going in there and he's replacing the best goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's light years away. There is no goalkeeper in the Premier League. There's no goalkeeper in the world as good as Alisson Becker. So there's going to be a downturn. Like, I mean, Ali might have saved those two, but Ali's not there. So let's go. Let's get on with it.
When you see Ederson as well today, man, with that goal from Son, the second he was the one that went down underneath the body, and he couldn't stop something that was like directly at him. It's just it just shows you that the best of them can have those days. But Kelleher did well. He caught well. He distributed well. He wasn't too flummoxed on his feet. A couple of times it looked a bit nervy, but then the ball got to where it got to, and we're happy. And that can only build confidence in him going forward. He should do well now against Sheffield United. As well midweek, I think away from home he's going to be much more focused as well. Without because I think it's more nerve-wracking for somebody like him to be playing in front of Anfield, even though it's supposed to be a place that lifts you. It'll end the goalkeeper's career, as Karius found out, as Mignolet found out, as all of these people found out. That it's great being in the Liverpool side and making mistakes. Instead, you could be Trent and letting in goals every week and still get away with it, but you can't be a keeper letting in goals every week and get away with it.
I've never seen that, lads. I know I've only been watching football for 28 years, boys, but that Carrier situation, I've never seen anything like it. The fact that he was at the pinnacle of a footballing career, and he just, it is a harsh sport, whether young players get injured, it stops them from playing football, or obviously they have a massive fall from grace, really, but it's good to see him back playing.
Andre Onana.
Oh, yeah.
World class last year for Inter, goes to United. Apparently the second best goalkeeper in the league. I had a debate last night with a couple of United fans saying, how can he be the second best goalkeeper in the league when the two best goalkeepers in the league are at Liverpool?
Yeah.
Bang, bang, triggers. Happy Christmas, lads.
Did you see that wall he set up the other day? With the two guys, the two Galatasaray guys in the middle, and nothing standing behind them, and they just walked out of the way.
No.
He's a gift, isn't he?
Absolutely mental.
He's a gift.
Yeah, it's they win a couple of games and then the games happen in a couple of weeks after. But enough of them. Sod them. We're second in the league. Happy days. We're flying anyway. We'll probably see them in Europa League or whatnot. Or that's even in the weekend.
No, Bayern will beat them. They won't. Bayern will beat them. Fourth in the group.
Oh yeah, so they get fourth for the group. Happy days. Big up there, Redbeard. Big up there, the 12th man as well. Big up to every single one of you. Make sure you are smashing that like button as well. Really just help out this channel and everyone's channel when you're watching the content as well. Yeah, he did miss 3 sitters, but if it was Darwin Núñez, you'd be getting like a full page lecture.
To see him walking through the dude at the end, he was walking through Lo Celso at the end of the game. Darwin, the two boys, he walks like that, and he just kind of went through him like that as he was going off the pitch and just throwing an absolute strop.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was swearing at the referee.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So we see that he get charged for that.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture of him getting up in the ref's grill? He's 100%, lads. He's an alien. He can't be human. I just seen his facial up against the ref. There's no way that man is human. He can't be.
Yeah, don't know what to mean.
Odd people.
Yeah, feeding them scran or whatnot in Norway anyway, but it's make big fellas over there. Yeah.
I think Roy Keane had an affair with his father, did he?
Yeah. There he got him, lad. But there we go. Jack saying, big up there, matey. Thank you for tuning in. I thought we played well apart. Darwin, I love him, but he can't please get a goal with no space in behind. He looks like an 8-year-old at a 5-a-side. Yeah, we spoke about his hair. And Nigel, we've had this debate and we all love him, every single one of us, but you can't escape the fact of the Luton game a couple of weeks ago, and we spoke about it then after in the post-match. He needs to start burying these chances. He's doing everything, and this is not us having a go, it's just analysing his game, but we're all going to be buzzing when that moment does come and everything starts falling to the back of the net. But he takes so many chances, but it's just so frustrating like it was today. That could have been easily 3-2 to Fulham today. But thankfully for Liverpool, we clawed it.
Last season it would have been.
Yeah.
I'm going back a few years now. I'm not sure all of you are old enough to remember it. But Ian Rush went to Bob Paisley when he said...
He went a couple of games without scoring, didn't he?
Oh, he went a lot of games without scoring. And he said, Bob Paisley said to him, we bought you to score goals. Start scoring goals or you're dropped. If people remember the first goal he ever scored, I think it was David Johnson hit a shot. It hit Rushy in the middle of the chest and went in the goal. If you look back, that's exactly what happened. Then he was off to the races. Núñez needs one to hit him in the side of the head and go in, or hit his ankle and go in, or hit his arse and go in, or something like that. And that's what he needs. I just scuff on and it goes in. It doesn't matter.
Here's the thing: go down to 10 men and score 2 goals against Newcastle to win you the game. That should have kicked him at the No, but I totally agree, man. Look, Núñez, he'll start banging in goals soon. I think so. And
I don't have any doubt.
He scores against United. He scores against City. He scores against the Spurs teams. He scores against Arsenal. That's who he scores against. He doesn't score against Luton, and he doesn't score against that. So just playing for the big games and just bring on Gakpo for the small games. He scored goals, so Jata, So it doesn't matter. As we've the best forward line in the whole league, in my opinion. That any one of them can pop up at a time and score a goal or create chances. I think in Europe, to be honest with you, I don't think there's a much bigger threatening forward line in Europe if you take 3 of those lads together and just pile them together. Problem is it's just finishing. So it just needs to be worked on.
Yeah, we'll get there, boys. Ronnie, I'm just looking at the Premier League table. We're 7 points above the that lot down the motorway anyway. The other team a point ahead. But yeah, we'll get to all the comments as well. We're going to get on to Endo right this second in little seconds. I want all of us to wax lyrical about him and love him.
My guy.
I love him. I absolutely love that. Don't we all do? Klopp subs changed the game. It's mad. It was a risk, but it worked. All the new midfielders have scored goals for the club now, which is very good, Andrew. Happy days. Good to see you, 12. Just saying hello, mate. Big up there, matey. Obviously, if you're free, I'll send you a message on socials, mate. You're very welcome to pop on the next one, mate. But massive thank you for tuning in. 12 man will say winning. Liverpool give us the hashtag. We wouldn't have it any other way, boys, would we? In all honesty.
Yeah, we would. Like to win 5-0.
Yeah. Wataru, the Warrior, all those haters need to put respect on my DM. Oh, what do you mean? £100 million DM? Who needs Saido? Niall, Wataru, Endo. He's not your sexy £100 million player, but what he does do is put a shift in, and today he come on and scored an absolute bloody peach of a goal. He's what's that now? Brought his goal tally up to 3, and what, we're only 14 games into the season, if he chips along. I think last season for Stuttgart he got 11-12 goals. I don't know if that was in all competitions, but if that was in the Bundesliga, that's extremely good. And if he can add that to our game, I think it was only a couple of years ago where Fabinho, I think he got over 10 goals, or he got close to that anyway, and it was extremely helpful from a Liverpool point of view. We just mentioned Darwin Núñez and the attacking lads, and hence why today we've got McAllister goal, we've got a goal from a defender, and obviously a goal from Endo. It makes life a lot more easier for Jurgen Klopp and for us just winning games of football.
I think it creates a few headaches for Jurgen Klopp, actually, because I think there's a lot of questions keep on getting asked then. But I think what's happened with Endo, and he's kind of been a little bit unlucky as well. He's come into a midfield rebuild where we've brought in so much quality, and it's a difficult one where you have to pick X amount. I mean, Curtis has been a little bit unlucky as well, where he's had to come out at times when Gravenberch has come in and stuff like that. But I think with Endo, I think it's one of those, you could start him against Sheffield United and give him X amount of minutes, and he mightn't be as effective. Or you could bring him off the bench like today.
Yeah.
And the thing about him coming on today as well, he didn't really come on as a 6. You know, he came on to attack as well because Klopp was really thrown at it, you know. And what a finish. And I'm sure Darwin must be looking, going, where did he get that from? You know, what a finish into the top right-hand corner.
The passion as well, though, Niall. I love him. Like,
absolutely.
You can just see the raw emotion from him.
And it was kind of like, yeah. And then it was, get the ball. You know, it was really cool, like, you know. So, yeah, he's cool, and it looks like he's fitting in. And you can see how happy his teammates are for him and stuff like that. The problem for us at the moment is we have got that quality now in midfield where someone has to sit out, and the gaffer's basically chosen that he's the guy and stuff like that. But listen, if McAllister's getting tired and stuff like that, and it looks like the gaffer's hooking him and stuff like that, why not give him a bit of a rest and stuff like that? Put Endo in there on Wednesday against Sheffield United and, you know, see how it goes. Mo was another one. We'll get talking about Mo in a bit, I'm sure, as well. But, yeah, with Endo, look, he's actually a 6, you know what I mean? And why not put Endo in there with McAllister on the left and Dominic on the right, you know, and, you know, give it a go and see, can we create something out of that, create some sort of a synergy and stuff like that. But there's a ton of games coming up, and then we've got the FA Cup one now away to Arsenal as well, which adds to it as well. That's a big game for us as well. So lots and lots of games coming up. So I think the squad is going to be heavily tested, and then we've got the AFCON coming, so Mo will be gone. That will have to jig things around. Jota's probably out injured till the new year by the looks of things. And we're still struggling to get some of the injuries back at the moment that we thought might have been more short term. So yeah, thank God we have him and stuff like that. And he's a breath of fresh air when he comes on, and it looks like he just loves his football and he's loving life at Liverpool at the moment. He just wants more game time.
Yeah, you need that mentality as well, boys, don't you, in terms of changing room. I think losing Milner in terms of, obviously we know his legs were gone, but that mentality in the changing room, I think that change of tide since Jurgen Klopp's come in, and the players, they create the environment, and bringing Endo in, obviously you only have to look at how good Stuttgart are playing this season without him anyway, but they're absolutely flying. But it's one of them. Kev,
yeah,
he's not one that would tick everyone's boxes in terms of he's not a flashy £100 million player, but what he does do and what he done today, mate, was as obviously Niall alluded to before, he's changed the game. Like, his willingness to very much try and expand, because we've spoken about Sabuzzo, we've spoken about Gravenberch and McAllister, certain elements today wasn't working, but you can't ask for any more than getting a goal and having the impact on the game in which he did. Like, if you're opposite in the next couple of weeks, opposition teams, not just Endo, but the players coming off the bench, we know how important benches are in 38 game league seasons. You need quality to come off the bench, and especially if the lads in the start 11 aren't playing, then if in trading, they've got to be looking behind them and going, oh, Sounds. I've got to put more of a.
Is that what they literally say, Jack? Is it? Oh.
Oh.
No, you're dead right about what Tara. Well, look, he's been playing brilliant in the last number of games that he's been playing in Europe, and coming out. I think he was man of the match. I called him man of the match for 2 games for me when he was playing in Europe twice, and he came on today and absolutely changed that midfield. It's not only that, but it's just his pressing game alone helps an awful lot. He won the ball countless times, to be honest with you, in the first few minutes of coming on.
He won a 50-50 ball, lads, with a sliding tackle. Got man and ball, and I kind of set a tone. He went in and he busted into the guy, so it was great.
That sets the tempo, though, boys, in the ground as well. We spoke about the atmosphere. You need tackles like that. The crowd might be a bit... There's nothing better than if you watch it on telly, but if you're in the ground and you see that, it was nothing better when you used to play Man United and Jamie Carragher used to put Neville in the stands 2 minutes in. Like, fuck off.
He's brilliant. Like, I mean, the way he took that goal as well in the end of it is fantastic. And he scored a couple of them now. I mean, how many goals does he have to get in the last year? Is that 3?
Yeah, 3.
I remember, is it 3? Yeah, because I was there for I was off for his first one in the Europa League game, but then he's popping up with goals now as well for a CDM, like, and his passing is great. He's able to pass through. He's got a very similar style with his passing than McAllister, so he can pass through a midfield and the defense. And it was one of his passes, I think, completely bypassed the midfield today and went straight into Nunez's path, and it was lovely. And if we've got that coming off the bench in our locker, that's great. I agree with Niall. I would start him on Wednesday. I would rest McAllister. If anything, I would throw Gomez in on the right back, and I would move Trent forward. Whether you're going to give Szoboszlai a rest, or whether you actually move Trent to that left hand side and just pull both Jones and Gravenberch out of there and give him a run. If you're going to be resting McAllister, you might as well just bring on Endo and rest McAllister in general.
Because he needs to rest McAllister. Like,
I played Gakpo as well. I played Gakpo as well.
Yeah, you can play Gakpo.
He did I thought he was very good when he came on today as well.
Yeah. He was. He loves running with the ball as well. From that's why I said I love him on the left. Only the Chelsea game did he look bad doing it, but at the start of the season. But on that left hand side, not fully left forward, not fully tucked inside, but just there. If he picks up the ball a little bit deeper and he runs with the ball, he's very, very deadly. He just has so many people going towards him that it opens up Nunez and Salah for a lot of goals. And Jota seems to benefit a lot as well when he's playing alongside Gakpo. But like for me, I'd 100%. I would have Gomez starting on the right back, and I would move Trent into the midfield just to test it against Sheffield. If it doesn't work, drop somebody out, bring somebody on. You can change the game against Sheffield United. You really can. Their managers are probably going to be fired by tomorrow, and they mightn't have. They might leave him in charge to see what he can do against Liverpool, but they mightn't even have a manager by the time it comes up to playing us on Wednesday.
McBurney picked up a red as well, isn't he? He's one of their top players. He's
straight red, I think.
I still can't believe they got rid of Sander Berge, boys. Yeah. At the beginning of the season, like their main player. Do you think he's at Burnley? Is he? Yeah, I think he's at Burnley now. So it's one of them. But we need to put them aside, boys. Kev, in all honesty.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I mean, I'm trying to find it. I was doing a formation. Like there's even a formation there for these guys. If you did, I would actually start Kanate as well. Because Matt, you have to know because Matt's out. Yeah, he's gone again.
Yeah, quotes today were it's not a short one. So
no, he's gone for the season. He's gone for the season. That was in his knee. He was grabbing today, man. He
Massive, was it? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, no, he went off. Yeah, I got
Tom going off, but I didn't think it was that bad. No, that's sad.
He was grabbing his knee. Yeah, if it's his knee, it's probably a tendon or a ligament damage or something in the knee.
Well, could that have been his last game for Liverpool then? Maybe
could have been. It very much could have been. And
very sad because he'd been playing all right.
Yeah, Kanate came on. He was very, very good. When he came on, he did the job. It was a lot tighter in there. They weren't seeing any. I didn't feel under threat whatsoever when Kanate came on. He was stepping up into fellas really, really quickly. And he was doing the best of his game. And that, sometimes when Kanate is about to become injured or he's a little bit labour in his gameplay, that's the time where he creates a stupid foul or whatever that happened. Today he was able to step in and do it really quickly. So he looks sharp coming back, and Klopp is edging him in well. Problem is now is he's been edged in too quickly for everybody's liking. We could come down to a scenario again where it's just Van Dijk and Gomez playing in the centre back, which Joe has been great this season, but he's been better when he's been playing right back and actually in the midfield as well, rather than being playing at centre back. So you don't want to be stuck with a scenario where it's just the two of them left, and then you're just hoping that none of them gets injured. Matip out for the season, and Kanate constantly picking up injuries. So yeah, that's one for me. But I would play if I was there, man. I would go. Would you believe I would go 3-1, 3-2-1 against Sheffield? Is what I would do. And so I would play Gomez right back, Kanate and Van Dijk along the back line. It would look like a 4-3-3 starting, but I would you would swim into that, and I would sit Endo behind that, and I would have a lineup of if I had a choice, against a team like this anyway, I would Szoboszlai, Trent and McAllister or Granbrook or whoever wants or Jones, and in that midfield sitting in front, and one of them keeps dropping back next to Endo, and then you'd have your Salah and your Gakpo, I'd say, starting this week, and maybe Nunes up front, or else Gakpo in the middle and Diaz on the left. So that's what I would do. I would just try these kind of formations. It can alternate straight back into a 3-box-3 if need be, but I was going full on. Yeah, I would bang Trent into that midfield, man, and I would have everybody saying, "What are we going to do about Trent?" Because we don't know where he's exactly playing. I don't know what's happening. Then you see him dropping back. Gomez is already there next to Kanate, who can both drift out in that right. You're dropping Simicast for that, really, but
Have you had the words with Mike Bassett? Have you, Kev?
I want them, man. That's what I want to say. I just want to say it because and then Simicast wasn't. He was okay today. He was grand, Just get his crossing legs on, man. You're supposed to be a left wing back, not a left back, and you're supposed to be able to cross the ball. A left wing back is pretty much a left. They don't do left midfielders anymore. You are a left midfielder. That's a box-to-box left midfielder. That's what you are. So So
he whipped a lovely. That cross he whipped in was a lovely cross, though, wasn't it? In the first half, the one in the first half. I think Virgil got on the end of it. Did he? Or Matip?
Yeah. But I mean,
that was a lovely cross.
He has to do more than 1 out of 15. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's the thing. So he's capable of doing it because we've seen him. We've seen him when he came in at the start. We've seen him in Greece how good he was there.
But he's had like a good last 2 weeks.
Yeah, he has. In fairness, yeah. Yes.
Love to see him getting the ball in early into the box as well. Like first time, don't just checking back on your other foot and stuff like that. Get the ball in.
Yeah.
I think, do you reckon, lads, I don't know how you feel as well, Chas. I think the main thing for most of our teams, like for Liverpool, really is rhythm. I think when we are playing in our best rhythm, most importantly, when we don't have injuries, but I think even as Kevin, you lads have mentioned already, I don't think changing centre half every single week has helped, like from a defensive point of view as well. Like we know for 3-4 years on the bounce, we knew the back five was going to be the back five. But obviously, times do need changing. One player coming in, Kanate, I think long term will be, and potentially post Virgil van Dijk when he does retire or whatnot. It will be probably potentially Joe Gomez, and if he stays fit, but it's just one of them with Joey. We know the quality in him. He's been probably one of our better players this season, as we can all agree. But it's one of them, lads. As Henry said there, big up there, matey. Massive thank you for tuning in. Hope you've had a good day and good start here, Crimbo. I hope Qantas plays instead of Verge is after the weekend, Henry. Let us know. But big up there, everyone. Good to be honest, I remember Klopp playing midfielders and centre-back before, trusted centre-backs to do the job. Maybe it's the same for not using a destroyer instead of a centre-mid with DM. I think the main one, mate, was 4 lads who spoke about it. Stefan Bajcetic. I think if you listen to a lot of the well-respected journos and a lot of reports, and the summer was, yes, we bottled it, or did we put a bid in for Lavia and Caicedo? But I think internally, Liverpool weren't as positive with Lavia due to the fact that we had, obviously, Stefan Bajcetic at the football club, and we know how much of an impact he's made already in his young Liverpool career so far. I think if he wasn't injured, I think Stefan would very much. Niall, do you reckon? I think he would have been getting a lot more game time this season if he wasn't injured, because we have been desperately crying out in certain moments this season for him. I don't know.
Yeah, I think what you said earlier about, someone who's willing to put in that tackle and motivate the crowd to get going and stuff like that. Stefan is very much that player. And I think we forget too easily as well last season how good he was in the first 10, 12 games and stuff like that. He was excellent about himself and Harvey and stuff like that. So I think, yeah, certainly he would give you another option, and certainly he gives the gaffer another headache, or another good headache, if you like. So, and certainly gives you another different style in terms of that, where he has the ability to lay a ball off and make movement and all that kind of stuff, but he also has the ability to go in there and absolutely destroy someone in the tackle as well. And as you said, that's what gets players up, that's what gets the crowd up, and that's what really gets us going. And that's, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see him back and stuff like that. And hopefully some of these guys can come back pretty soon as well and give us more and more options, because as I said, we know even as content creators on YouTube how hectic it gets. All these games one after the other, you know what I mean? It's flat out from now till the new year and on. And probably, maybe we should be taking an opportunity as well to look at what our plan is during the AFCON with Mo and stuff like that as well. I don't know how you boys felt about Mo today. I think Mo looks knackered. I think he's really tired at the moment. And I don't know, maybe the game on Wednesday, I hate to say this, of course, because I love Mo Salah, and he's on the verge of the 200 goals as well and stuff like that and all, but maybe there's a case, maybe Dom goes in there for the game on Wednesday, but I know he's not going to sit Mo down. But I think you look at Mo today, he just looks absolutely shattered. I don't know if you noticed his hair even. His hair is just
I don't think he does his hair no more.
But he just looks, to me, he just looks a bit banjaxed at the moment, you know what I mean? I think he just needs a bit of time to just chill and stuff. And he's not going to get it in the AFCON because Egypt are going to play him every single minute of every single game. So I don't know when he's going to get that break or that rest and stuff like that. And I'd be wary of it, you know.
I've that line up there, Jack, if you want to see it.
You got it, Law.
I can share it.
No wonder Kev's been quiet for like the last 3
weeks. Quiet, yeah, I've been doing it, but I just let me see what you think. Because I would do. There we are. So I would share that. So where is this? Is it there? We gone? Yeah. So how do we get onto that? Hang on, 2 seconds. I'll scroll out.
It's like speaking to me mum. Yeah, scroll down.
Are we there?
Yeah, you can see. Yeah, there you go. Obviously, shout out, this is Anfield as well, boys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just a line-up maker. Just brilliant talk. But I was sitting there. Look, you're going to start with Kelleher, but you're going to need it actually defensively packed in front of him. You don't have Alisson Becker there anymore, so that's what I would do. I would drop Simicast because Endo can also play a left back. If he needs to be, he can run across and cover, and Trent can drop back into where Endo is, just to cover the midfield when the ball is moving on the opposition's right and our left. They can just track across. But that's a formation that I would set up here, almost like a staggered box. And also, like Sebastian can drop in here along here. Gravenberg can also drop back a bit left. I need more from him coming back, but it's between him and McAllister really. But if you really want it more defensive minded, you're probably going to stick McAllister in there. But I want to rest him against Sheffield United, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so, and we've seen Gomez already sometimes this season in the six as well. But big up there, and big up to This Is Anfield as well. Everyone, make sure you do follow them on all the socials. Doing amazing work as they always have done over the years, covering Liverpool. Absolute legends. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, boys. In all honesty, I think we've lads, anything else that we'll speak about that lot. The result in a little second, but I think chat. Let us know if we've missed anything glaring. Really, spoke about the screamers.
Well, I can't give all about Darwin. His work rate is still fantastic. You know, so whether he scores or not, his work rate is still great. But I remember a certain striker that couldn't score for game after game after game as well, and ended up, scoring more at least for fun than week after weeks, and he still missed 10 games at the start of a season too. And that was Luis Suarez. Remember, they're on par for the amount of goals that they're scored together. It's just that because of Suarez's individual and ability to nutmeg 15 fellas at once, it's overshone. Look, Darwin Núñez will become good, so don't worry about it.
Some of the absolute dross I've seen, Kev, this weekend on just neutral football channels. Yeah. The quote that does my bloody head in is from not even rival fans, just people that don't have ball knowledge, really. It's like, come on, give your head a wobble, mate. No one was comparing Núñez and Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland is a future 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, and Núñez probably will be lucky to get one Ballon d'Or in his career, in all honesty. and we
Will I
loved the lad.
stretch? Will I stretch?
Yeah, it'd be lucky to get one. But it was the fact that rival fans, they're going, oh, Nunes, and you were comparing. No Liverpool fan in the right mind was comparing those two. We know our Darwin. He's got everything in his locker anyway to do whatever he wants. But the penny will drop. And the second season, I've been listening to a couple of Benfica English podcasts as well. There's a Twitch stream I watch who plays FIFA and that. But he more or less, I think, read out one of my messages last season. He said, when you see the second season, he said it was like that at Benfica. Everything fell for him rightly. He was struggling the first year, and it was the proof's in the pudding this season. His assists, his goals, his work rate, as Kev's alluded to. So don't have any qualms really. And if you see any little sausages on Twitter, just put them on mute for a week. And
did you see the celebration at the end with Klopp and Szoboszlai?
And Szoboszlai, okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
It's that camaraderie, boys, isn't it? So all of us fans were together anyway, and all of our content. But you can see something. I know we're only 14 games in, but we'll play into the result that happened this evening as well.
If they're talking about us, we're doing something right, aren't we?
How many points more have we got this season? I was watching another podcast, a Man United fan on, and she was saying, I hate this. Liverpool look really, really good and are a serious threat for the league. So it's very heartening to see that.
A lot of the channels now are talking us up and talking about what a job Klopp did on the midfield rebuild. Well, so like it's undeniable at the moment. Everyone will talk about what Darwin missed today. No one's going to talk about the cushion header to Mo for the layoff to end off for one of the best team goals you've seen at the weekend and stuff like that. So listen, let them keep on talking. We'll keep on pushing up the league and going about business. As I said all season, under the radar, and just keep on going about our business. It's all good. Let everyone else lose their mind and talk up their stuff, whatever they want. You know? It's all good.
Love it. Sod them, boys.
It's a difference of 9 points
between
last season and this season at this current point in time.
Oh, in terms of his output,
in terms of Liverpool. So is it 23, 22,
yeah,
51?
We'll manoeuvre into the general Premier League chapter round off tonight's show, boys. City, I don't know if you lads seen it, but that's, for me, watching that game before we come 11. On air chat, I don't know, you lads fellas, that result played massively into Pep Guardiola. I wasn't privy to have seen him in the changing room, but I know exactly what that ball fraud would be doing. He'll be scratching at his head, going, "Oh, Liverpool won," and moaning and whinging, and what else made up. And
that's opposed to the other ball fraud.
Yeah, who me dad?
Ten Hag.
No, Seven Hag.
Seven Hag. Oh yeah. I don't know. It's one of them, boys. Did anyone see the VAR decision? Our mate at the middle.
Oh my god!
Well,
my god.
Like, lads, attack that in any way you want. So, I don't know.
Oh, another ball fraud. That referee, they've done us against Spurs. Does Spurs a favour again today?
Yeah.
I don't know. Niall, I'm guessing you've seen that goal that was disallowed. Well, the attack that was disallowed. Like,
yeah, look. How many times do we have to speak about it? It's crazy. It is crazy, you know, and look, to happen to them makes it more sweeter, of course, and stuff like that. And they lose their mind over it and stuff like that. They'll go into their usual cave about it's us against the world, 115 charges, blah 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 blah.
Pep's come out today. I don't know. I'm guessing you've seen him coach this week, mate. He's already been telling the fans to turn up at the stadium, telling the fans to get behind the team and not be petulant children, really, when they're in the stadium, and bad times are to come. So Pep knows something, doesn't he? So I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's a naivety there as well. I mean, if you think you're going to get rid of players like Gundogan and Mahrez and it's just going to slide and everything's going to be grand, you know, that there is a certain point in the season where that will catch up with you. You know what I mean? Like, those two players were absolutely amazing, especially Gundogan last season. What he did for Man City last season was outrageous as a midfielder. The fact that Rodri has been in and out of the team, be it with injury or with suspensions or whatever it is, has shown as well. 3 draws on the trot now. People will be getting a bit angst about that. No one gave Spurs a chance today with so many injuries and stuff like that. Even losing Bentancur there during the week again with the Achilles or ligaments or whatever it was for 3 or 4 months. They've had a rough time of it and stuff like that. So they were going up there. It was kind of, for me anyway, during the week, I felt like it was going to be a bit of a free hit, that if they got something out, it would be a miracle. And it was. But they'll be roiled up over that decision there where the ball went into Grealish and it got called back.
Doug, the bearer of good news there, says Hooper is refereeing our game on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, look, let's
that's
one thing. He's not a Spurs fan. Right? We know that he's a Swindon Town fan. So I don't know what the affiliation is. Maybe he just doesn't like us because we kept taking Danny Murphy and all of these other guys like Crew and Swindon and all these kind of guys off him, Because he just must go to Swindon. We took him and then we said, we'll bring him in earlier. But
I've got to the stage now where I don't even look at officials anymore. I don't even look at the names. I couldn't even tell you who was reffing our game today. I won't look at them anymore because it's a waste of time. Because I think, Jack, you did a graphic, did you? Showed us a graphic.
Yeah,
a cluster of referees just in around that Manchester.
It's just a northern for like.
So I just said, if that's the case, forget about it. It's done. Don't worry about it. Listen, just don't even mention it. Don't bring it up. Don't even use it because it can be used then as an excuse that he's this, that, and the other. Not just go out there, play the game, get the points on the board, keep within touch and distance of the title race and be in and around it. Hopefully get over the line and stuff like that. Yeah. I was messing with Arsenal fans today as well. I said, no problem. You can have the FA Cup if you want. We'll take the league. It's all good.
Yeah. The maddest one was where spot on there, lad. The Mike Dean one. I think he was warned not to. He was told not to referee Liverpool games or Everton games or whatever it was. But we got a good message from our mate Corbo. Happy days. You all lot won. Who did Newcastle win this weekend?
United.
Yeah, I completely forgot it. Yes. And Corbo, you absolutely slapped their ass this weekend. So 1-0 was a comfortable scoreline. It looked like a comfortable one, mate. But congratulations on that, mate.
Should have been 3 or 4.
Yeah,
I have to say, lads, I'm enjoying Ten Hag at the moment so much. Like he's another gift, like on Anna as well. Did you hear him talking about being in the game and stuff like that and all? And like, I don't know what football he watches. How did this guy's getting paid a bag of cash every week to manage a team, and it's glorious. Long may it continue. Because listen, we thought the Ollie days were good. This is even better. This is absolute peak. The whole team hates each other. He hates everyone on the team. They all hate him. It's great. Long may it continue. See, imagine Jadon Sancho is bagged off and isolated in a corner somewhere eating one of Marcus Rashford's kids' lunches in his Jeep in the car park. And like, you know what I mean? And Martial is able to berate Ten Hag in the middle of the pitch in front of millions of people watching on TV. And it's all good. Don't tell me what Jadon Sancho did wrong again. It's crazy. It's peak at the moment and it's great.
Joined United. That's what he did wrong.
Happy days, but Sancho is a talented player. Yes, his attitude might stink, but he's not a bad player. It's this it's the culture that has been going on since Fergie's left. I always point to it. When he got rid of Brian Gill, that was when all the towers of the cards fell down. He was one of the best in the game, in all honesty, football operating people as well. But
even United were nowhere before Fergie came in, and they've been nowhere since he left. So it just goes to show you, it was just an era of a manager, and whoever was in the background, it doesn't matter. It was that man that had that steadied that ship for United, brought him to the beast that they became for a while, and then the minute he left, they fell apart, and they've been it's been 10 years. It's been a whole decade already since Manchester United were even in a title race. I don't care what they said, finishing second. They finished second, 18 points behind City. You know what I mean? So there's no second. In a season where we were 18 points behind them and ended up being 4 points behind them by the end of the season. So it doesn't. They've been the only accomplishments besides maybe the UEFA Cup against the Ajax team of 12-year-olds at the time. The only major achievement, as Mourinho said, was getting that team to second that time, because that was his biggest achievement, because everybody else just dropped off. In these seasons where United have finished second in the last 10 years, all the other teams that have anyway been challenging in those previous seasons, Chelsea, Liverpool, and they all just dropped off. So it's our failures that gift them their place. They've just carried on getting the same points every bloody season. Whether I think there's a difference of 7 points at the end of a season between all their seasons. It's ridiculous.
And I'm happy that this has happened as well, because the strategy is going to be very important for Liverpool, for our club, post Jurgen Klopp. Whoever comes in, we'll all have our debates and that, but we've got to get it extremely right. We can't, given the quality of caliber of players, the level in which Jurgen has got us up to as well. Obviously, hopefully we have another 5-10 years of Jurgen, but we've got to be realistic. Post Jurgen Klopp, we've got to be on the money, really. And I trust the club, but we'll cross that bridge when it does come. But hopefully, I heard
one of the creators today, one of the Man United creators today, talking about how they're linked to Ancelotti, and he said, "I don't want Ancelotti. I want Ten Hag to stay."
Oh,
I was there going, "Happy days, long may that continue." That's what I want to hear. I was there going, "Good Lord, where did that come from?" But it's so contradictory. You hear them even talking about it, and they're talking about how much they're. They talk about how much they're behind Ten Hag and they want to support him and all. And then they proceed with the next 15 minutes of content, absolutely obliterating them and throwing them under the bus. And you're there going, got to make up your mind, guys, here, because it's getting a little bit confusing here. It's either him or it's not him. And they're talking about these players throwing them under the bus and all, and they're going, but he's picking these players, and the players that he bought, he's benching. So just explain that to me. So I'm a bit confused. But
you can see the players.
Go ahead now, Nigel.
No, just here's the context. You hear it the last 4 or 5 games, maybe longer. Harry Maguire played well today.
He was a best player. Has been for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, well.
I think they're man of the match for the last 4 or 5 games. There, put that. Imagine calling yourself a professional footballer and walking off a pitch, and Harry Maguire is your man of the match, and you're playing with him.
Harry Maguire must be the only person that likes Ten Hag.
He was everywhere last night. See, you put him up front. He was up front last night against Newcastle for the last 15-20 minutes. It was crazy.
Offside goal.
Lads. Yeah. Definitely a couple of hand shandies going on there somewhere.
Imagine you're volleying a goal in to equalise, and it comes off Maguire in an offside position. Only you could happen to Harry Maguire. Yeah.
I don't know if you can see all the comments in the old class. When Jack is just not there for a second. Sporting Bengal United TV has put in the comments. There it is.
Yeah, I could do it there. Yeah. Man United have got a better challenge for the league than they've got being Dua Lipa's new boyfriend.
100%.
Is that Luke by any chance? Sorry there, boys, man, the technical issues. Tottenham, lads. We'll go straight to Arsenal because they've been absolutely amazing. Our good mate, obviously Kev, obviously the Arsenal fan circle. Obviously, we done a podcast with him a couple of weeks ago anyway, mate. Well, you did, Kev. I've been pleasant. No, not pleasant. I'm not surprised because you were very good last year, but probably closing point, lads, as well. We'll speak about Arsenal and that. Do you anticipate them to continue the form that they've been showing, or do you think it's going to hit a stumbling block in the next couple of weeks?
They'll eventually hit a stumbling block, but normally happens to them around end of February, start of March. But unless they get the dip early this year in January. But as long as, this is what I keep saying, as long as Arsenal are involved, and as long as Newcastle are claiming and involved, and as long as these other teams think that they can get higher in that top 4, that puts a threat on everything that City does. It's not just us. You see, the thing is, I was watching a video the other day, exactly saying what I've been saying for the last number of years about how Klopp has single-handedly with a completely 1% budget of what City have, completely been the only person to keep it. The video literally says that it would have been just a farmer's one-horse race league, with City winning it every single season, just like PSG in France, just like Celtic have been in Scotland, just like Porto have been over the majority of the years in the last 10 years in there, it would have been just a one-horse race the entire bloody time if it wasn't for Jurgen Klopp. I know the fact that these other teams are stepping up, that's well and good. I think that puts more pressure on City and less pressure on Liverpool, to be honest with you, because I think we can just carry on regardless.
We've all been crying out for, Kev, on all these pods the last 3 years. It's like, come on, boys, everyone apart from Liverpool, chip in, will yous, and actually give it a go in the Prem. Like, it shouldn't just be every single season, and then everyone goes, it comes to the top 4 predictions at the beginning of the season, when Liverpool have an off season, go, oh, you won't get top 4 Liverpool, but
yeah, but lads, you got to remember as well, when we started actually playing well and we started challenging City, everyone else is shouting for City.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, all the other opposition fans were all shouting, "Oh, City, go on, City! Come on! I hope we lose and Liverpool don't do anything." Against all the odds, we won a league title. Against
They are saving football, though.
We know.
Nigel. Let's not forget, supposedly, from rival fans, stopping us from a club that has got a rich 130-odd year history in the English game. But yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait for our streams in another 12 months, boys. So when they're finished, like, well, and but it's going to be perfect. But I've already had an hour and 5 minutes of these gentlemen's time. It's been absolutely fantastic stream, lads. But big up there, Doug, as well. Massive thank you for becoming the 14th month member. You bloody legends. Really do appreciate your support. Even if you're not a channel member on the channel, everyone, really do appreciate it. Apologies.
Alan gave us super sticker there as well.
Oh, Alan. Oh, hang on. Massive thank you. Big up there, Alan. Massive thank you. That'll be going towards the pint when I see you, lads. That'll be your pint. I'll repay that back anyway. But a massive thank you, Alan. Hope you are well.
I'll be half a pint, Alan, because that's €3, not £3.
Oh yeah. No, I'll go and see you, Kev. Saying that, like pints in Dublin or in Ireland are quite expensive now, aren't they?
Don't drink in Dublin. Don't drink in Dublin.
I seen a guy posted a receipt tonight from a bar.
81.
Did you see it, Nigel? Yeah. 2 pints of Guinness.
17 quid.
Lord. 17.90, nearly £9 a pint for a Guinness.
Temple Bar.
Yeah.
Temple Bar, yeah.
For the longest time, if a pint of Guinness went over €3.10, it was a travesty. It got to $3.90. Everybody kind of put up with it. I know it's going ridiculous. They're all up to the same price.
The comment, Nigel, was, I wouldn't have minded even. Both points were rubbish. He said the points were even crap.
Yeah. Happy days there, boys.
Oh, it's mental stuff.
Crazy.
Yeah, apologies there, boys. Just quickly rattle through all these comments. Apologies, you haven't featured all your comments, chat. You have been absolutely smashing it. These 3 lads on the pods as well, been absolutely smashing it. But I really do appreciate every single one of you. Make sure I'm trying to feature everyone's comments. If there's any questions, Man United like that. Oh, it's even better than the EastEnders, lads. So yeah, I haven't watched EastEnders in about 20 years, but there's yeah. I don't know. It's usually gets juicy around Christmas. I know that there's some bloody storylines, but pretty sure we've got some storylines in the Premier League that come what January. But yeah,
will Ten Hag be buried under the stadium?
No chance. He'll be going nowhere, lad. Anyway. Oh yeah, so onto the Queen Vic, is it, or whatever it is anyway? But it's fallen down, as we know. But oh yeah, well, I think he got done by the council as well, Manchester United, this week. For food stuff and all that. But just goes to show a big institution like Manchester United is ran to the absolute bloody grounds, and for our enjoyment, it's good. But for
you know what, Jack, I want to beat them at their best, man. I want to destroy them at their best, and that's the thing that we've never seen. I think
we've never
in a
had
battle. We've never had that because Liverpool haven't been at their best when we've beat them at their best. You know what I mean? So I want to beat them at our best and them at their best, and then just say, yeah, that's it. You know, this just shows exactly where the thing is. Because now it's too easy lately. They'll get 1 win in every 10 games. They'll laud it for like 2 days, and then they know they don't even have banter about it anymore if they do win. You know, they just it's nuts, man.
I'm happy to just keep on battering them. I don't care. I'm happy to just keep on battering them 7, 8, 9.
I do, yeah. I just want them to. I want them to have that hope of thinking that they're getting near the league and then just absolutely annihilate them. That's what I want.
Big up, Melina. Hope you're well, mate. And hope you're having a good start to your December and you look after yourself, mate. Massive thank you for tuning in. And yeah, well, us and Arsenal, we are proper football clubs with 100+ years of history. We haven't just turned up in 20 years. But yeah,
and we won one. We won one for 1990 there. Yeah. We won for that one as well. So yeah, we'll see you at the end of the season, lads.
Yeah. So I'd like it. It'd be amazing for the Premier League. Because I don't get it. Because I loved Arsenal as a young lad as well, watching Liverpool and Arsenal. It was the very first game I went to. Liverpool, Luis Garcia 1-0 at Anfield in the Kop. Very long time ago with my dad. But proper footballing clubs, Melina, as we know, and chat lads. I hope you're well as well. Chat. You've been absolutely popping off. Been absolutely amazing. But we'll get to the shout outs from the lads. And Niall, massive thank you for coming on, mate. I hope you have a good start to December, and shout out where everyone can find you, please, mate.
Yeah, absolutely, folks. It's the upper tier. We're out there. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, Spotify, everywhere. It's the upper tier.
OnlyFans.
And not yet, but getting there. I'm working on it. I'm not body ready for it yet, as they say. But I've looked at some of these.
There's a lot of money in tours, Niall. There's a lot of money in tours.
Here, I wouldn't be showing them either, Spider, just to be honest. They're under more pressure than the rest of me, to be honest. But yeah, you'll find us out there, of course. And of course, the Liverpool content is the Shankly Sessions. The man's anniversary this week, of course. Started managing Liverpool this week back in 1959 and set the ball rolling for the foundation of what we know it to be. And of course, I suppose I have to mention, Jack, I don't know if you mentioned it on your other episodes, R.I.P. Jimmy Corkle.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Jack, you're muted.
Spot on that. Yeah, no. I've dropped Niall's channel link in the description, everyone. So if you're new around here, if you just popped in, please do head over, drop a subscribe, and Niall, one of the biggest supporters, one of the best mates on YouTube as well. Love getting him on the channel, getting his thoughts and opinions as always. And Kev, we've got to let us know a bit earlier, Kev, if you don't be wearing a Christmas jumper. We might actually put one on, all of us. We'll have plenty of.
It's a Liverpool Christmas jumper.
Yeah, but you could have been next week. You're buying us all one. There we go. That's the reason. Kev. Massive thank you, mate. Are you getting back into your streaming? Are you?
I am, yeah. So my OnlyFans is also about right. No, I am.
I just subscribed.
He just subscribed. Yeah. Only toes. But like, all right. So lads, you'll find me at YouTube, gaming wise. You'll find me at Irish Spider Guy on YouTube and on Twitch. You'll find me at Spider on Facebook for gaming. For the football stuff, you'll find me at Spider LFC on Facebook. You'll find me at Spider LFC on YouTube, and you'll find me at Spider LFC on TikTok. So that's and the gaming stuff is on that same channel as well on TikTok. So you'll find me there. I'm moving back into this room because I'm only doing the podcast from this room lately. The last 2 months or so, all my gaming stuff is out in the other place. So I'm moving them all back in this week, and the horror streams and all that kind of stuff are going to start back up because it's coming into the cold season and people need a good scare and a cuddle. So you can come and join me on the stream anyway. So because there's a lot of horror
United
stuff
fans as well. Need a cuddle.
I just do a stream of just 2 hours of looking at Man United fans, in their glory days and just being horrified by them, and then just like coming back and it turns into a comedy at the end because we're laughing at them now. So yeah,
that's swings and roundabouts,
like a Scream movie.
Yeah, that's highlights of everything. Manchester United on match of the day. But yeah, they've actually won a game of football. We're not going to talk about them, sort them, and they're getting done with another points deduction anyway. Unlucky. But Nigel as well. I was going to say, shout out your YouTube channel now. But
I don't have a YouTube channel. Just one quick thing.
Go ahead.
My friend Craig passed away 2 years ago on Friday, and I just like to dedicate the 3 points to him today. He was a great lad from Glasgow originally. He lived at home here, and used to room with him on away trips sometimes to Liverpool and golf trips and stuff like that. And he was a great lad, and just like to say to them, rest in peace, Craig. And that was for you today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, here, mates. Anyway, and it's obviously
Jack. Where we're at as well. Jesus, I was out today, and it just reminded me with that we were out today because that's the reason why I have the Christmas jumper on. It's my first time today. Actually, I didn't do a watch along for a game because I went out to a pub watching a football game in Ireland for the first time in since pre-pandemic to see an old mate of mine, and Eddie Smith is his name, but we all know him as Eddie Scouse and his son Steve. But he turned 70 this week, and this guy is the first guy that ever taught me how to sing Liverpool songs. And he's from Liverpool. He's been living over here the last 40 odd years, driving the Yanks around in these tour buses up and down the country and all this kind of stuff. But every weekend we'd be in singing the songs every week. But he turned 70 this week, And I met up with him today, so I'm just going to say happy birthday to Eddie. And he was watching, he got the link while ago, so I have to say happy birthday to Eddie. And hello to Stephen. It was nice to see him for the first time in a few years today. But it just reminded me of the show.
Happy birthday.
See that, Jack? We mentioned OnlyFans, and all of a sudden we're doing Cameo and shout-outs and all this kind of stuff. Awesome stuff.
I don't know. Chat, if you want to sponsor any of us with sounds, especially if it pays for a bit more Yorkshire Buds or Pigs in Blankets at Crimbo, then
if you want a Christmas wish from Anfield Road TV on Cameo.
If you want to sponsor me getting even more chins for Christmas, then that can be sorted. But massive thank you. Obviously, shout happy birthday to the boys as well. And that's why apologies, chat, haven't been. We'll be getting back to the usual schedule. It just depends on when the lads are free and all that. But there'll be a lot more content coming. December is now said today. It's going to be chock-a-block. There'll be live streams left, right, and centre. And it doesn't know when some of the games are not actually on telly in the UK. Really do my head in, like, ridiculous. But live streams and channel, and there'll be a lot to come. But obviously, and I made up to speak to the lads, and obviously, we all enjoy doing the podcast. Just we don't take it too serious. But lads, massive thank you. Everyone in the comments as well. Have a lovely start to your weekend. Monday, tomorrow. Go and smash it, whatever you're doing in work or college or whatnot. And we'll be live tomorrow at 9 p.m. GMT UK time. And that's happy days. Liverpool, second in the league. Not too far behind Man United.
Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal. There we go.
None of the Manx are up there.
Yeah,
none of them are there. None of you are there.
Yeah, we can't hear. Well, in a bit of bits.